What's up, gang, and welcome back to another edition of Road Tripping with the Rudes.
Hi, guys, and if this is your first time tuning into a Rudes Real Review, thank you so much for joining. Please be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like this video. We will have more heat coming your way. If you've been riding with us all along, thank you so much. Please be sure to like this video and join the conversation in the comments below. We love interacting with everyone.
That's right. And today we're doing our real review of What If. And the title of this What If was, What If
the world lost its mightiest heroes?
Yeah.
So this is episode 3 from season 1 of What If.
Yup.
Guys, if you haven't watched us before, we do full-on spoilers. We'll talk about the series and episode, and we don't talk to each other while we're watching. So we wait until we can have the conversation with you. Ooh.
It was a lot.
Ooh. So
It wasn't my favorite.
We if you haven't done so, we'll be sure to include it. But we did a What If, What's Next, which we'll be doing for this every Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, 4:30 Pacific time. But we talk about like what we think is going to happen, and we knew that it was going to be tied around Loki using diplomacy. We were a little confused because we were like, well, we just had an entire series about Loki.
Right.
I was not ready.
Yeah, I mean,
I was not ready. So, well, let's start off, right? You see Nick Fury in the car with Black Widow going to meet up with Tony Stark, who's in the big, giant, historic donut, right? Like, you've seen it. It's in California, right?
Yeah. Randy's.
So, which mark was that he had on?
That was probably Mark 8, but I don't know. I would have to.
I felt
That's
like
Iron Man 2. So
that was, so it was a scene from Iron Man 2, which I thought they were just going to keep it with the first Avengers, but it was a scene from Iron Man 2. I don't know. I thought it looked more modern, but I could just be
They mashed
tripping.
up a couple different episodes.
They definitely did. So it says, starts off with the days of the week. So it starts off with Monday. You see Nick trying to recruit Tony Stark, to which Black Widow was supposed to inject the healing power to keep Tony alive.
Yep.
Boom. Tony dies.
Right. That was where it changed.
Monday.
That was where it was different. Yep.
No.
From Iron Man 2.
Different from Iron Man 2, but the whole reason why the what if moment happened before then.
Okay. What was that?
So we'll talk about it, but the what if moment, all that happened before then, before this got into motion. So you jump to Tuesday. Monday was long enough. Monday was like a whole week, right? But you jump to Tuesday, and then you have the scene in Thor where you have the end credit scene where you see Thor's hammer. So you have Thor's Mjolnir, which is found. We hear the famous Coulson scene of, "Sir, we found it," right?
Mm-hmm.
Black Widow's being charged with Tony's death. And Nick basically says, I need you to kind of figure out who did this. I don't believe it was you, but I need you to get to the bottom of this, which, I was here for. You get some great Black Widow scenes where she, takes over the whole entourage that was arresting her. So I'm here for that. Then we see Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the scene, right? If you've watched the movies enough, we're still in Iron Man 2. You know the scene. So you kind of in your mind anticipate something, but it went left. The trigger figure got tricky. Hawkeye took Thor out. First of all, did you think an arrow could kill Thor? Because I didn't.
Nah, I definitely didn't.
I didn't expect that. I was confused by that.
Yeah, me
right?
too. Mm-hmm.
So then
that was crazy.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, was not ready. You then see some banter where they're like, oh, he smells like lavender.
Mm-hmm.
Even as he's decomposing. Listen, no time for jokes right now. I'm still in mourning. Okay? You then have Wednesday. Guys, they haven't even gotten through the middle of their week. I will never complain about the first week of school again.
Yeah.
Your days of the week hit different when you're losing Avengers every day. So you have Black Widow going to the lab of Banner's love interest, right? So shout out to the Ed Norton Hulk movies. This is where that's from. We see the school scene from the movie The Hulk, and then we flash. Life was coming at us fast in this episode, okay?
It was.
We flash over to see the desert scene that we've seen in the preview with Loki's arrival.
Mm-hmm.
So Loki shows up after we've lost Iron Man, after we've lost Thor. Loki then says he's there to avenge Thor's death.
Yeah.
So now we know why he's showing up.
Right.
It's not to take over. He's like, listen, I'm here to avenge my brother's death, and now I'm king because he's dead.
Yeah.
Kind of energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was not ready for that. You then, you hear the Loki, the kneel before me, and then Fury saying, we don't do that here, which was a nod to Chadwick. His role as T'Challa, so I was here for that. We flash back to Banner. David Banner in my eyes. If you we'll include this week's episode of What If, What's Next, if you want to know the backstory on that. But then Banner goes full-fledged Blueberry Girl from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, when he says you don't like it when I get angry,
mm-hmm.
I would always think, okay, you're going to damage some stuff. I didn't think you were just going to explode.
Right. And he shouldn't have, but that's neither here nor there.
There's a lot going on. You then have Black Widow going to investigate because now it's all the way crazy. She's trying to figure out who, where, what, why. She goes to call Nick Fury, and then she gets beat up by somebody that's invisible. And we hear her say, it's hope. It's all about hope. Were you ready for Ant-Man?
Nah, not really. Now, we don't talk about anything during the thing, but as this was going, Nicole was like, slipped up and was like, this is Ant-Man. Now, in my head, I'm like, how's it Ant-Man? Like, come on.
First of all, shout out to me saying that out loud because I don't even remember saying it out loud. Listen.
Sure enough, it was Ant-Man. I couldn't believe it.
For me, these situations call for a little person that you won't see. So you hear her say it's hope all along, which ties to the Ant-Man branch of things because of hope.
And before, I'm talking about before any of that was even said, like, back when Hawkeye, shot his arrows, he's like, man, this Ant-Man.
Guys, definitely thought I said that in my head. And I definitely was feeling Ant-Man vibes, immediately. I know Hawkeye's trigger figure.
That was good. That was crazy.
Hawkeye does not slip up.
I don't know how you did that.
So, you then have Fury grab the pager, the famous Captain Marvel pager. So you think he's going to page her. But instead, he drives over to Loki. Right? Mm-hmm. Because Loki did use diplomacy. Loki said, hey, listen, I'll give you until Thursday to figure out who did this to my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't like, bang, bang, shoot him up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I am, girlfriends get a bad rep for wearing their boyfriend's hoodie. Wives wear their husband's spirit jerseys. Okay? And shout out to Itsy Magic Brie. We rock it backwards. All roads led to captains. So I'm rocking Corey's Captain Spirit jersey because I was not ready for the Captain Marvel pager. Were you?
I could have did without it. I hated that I seen it.
No, I think here's the thing. We've said this all the time. When Captain Marvel first came out, we were like, well, where was she when this happened and that happened? Nick never felt that he needed to reach out to her because he had the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
The sky had fallen. So I wasn't mad at that. That, to me, tied in the question of why didn't he call her before? He didn't feel like he had to.
Yeah.
He just did not feel like he had to. So
now,
whew,
I mean, I'm not going to get into that, but it was never Nick that called Captain Marvel anyway.
why you're saying
It was
the
a
scroll?
Skrull,
It was the
yeah.
scroll. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Nick Fury. But then Nick Fury the Skrull becomes Loki impersonating Nick Fury.
No, that was real Nick Fury there. That's what I'm saying. That was the real Nick Fury.
Oh, you're saying the last time?
Yeah, in the movies.
Okay, in the movie.
Yeah.
So
he never called. That wasn't the real Nick that called Captain Marvel.
It was the Skrull.
Yeah.
You're right. So Nick, Nick goes to Loki. We don't know what's going on. We see them confront Hank Pym. And then we see Nick Fury get all Ancient One on us. I thought we were going to see Doctor Strange at that point. I just didn't know. And then it was like, wait a minute, these movies are too good. And then it was like, oh, it's Loki. It was an amazing fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
I was here for it. I definitely was here for it. Loki does his thing, and then he's like, you know what? We should work together. I should spend more time here on Midgard.
Yeah, well, you know why. To take it over.
And
glorious purpose.
So we flash to Friday where there's a UN moment, which reminded me of the post-scene credit of Black Panther.
Yeah.
But it's Loki style. So he's all kneel before me. So it's like you get the payoff of Loki, that scene in Loki in the Avengers. And you also get the nod to Black Panther with the UN scene.
See, so, back on our live, that's every Monday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
I said that, I thought that T'Challa and Gamora and all them, that episode has yet to be seen. But I thought this was the episode that we were going to see them become the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? And that didn't happen, so...
I will say this.
When that episode, I'm more anxious for that one. I think that's why I'm not as hot on this one, because I thought I was going to see,
Gamora. And
yeah.
So here's the thing. On the same live, I said, does Coulson live? Do we get to keep Coulson? And, in the words of Captain America, we don't trade lives. But, Coulson, you would have to go. If it meant keeping Thor, keeping Iron Man, keeping the Hulk. Deuces, Coulson. Love you like a play cousin. But deuces.
Getting dirty.
You're saying you're not hot on it.
It was okay. I think I gotta go back as soon as we're done here. I gotta go back and watch it again.
All roads lead to Captain, because at the end you see Nick going to Steve Rogers, Captain America's icebox, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as he's dusting off the snow, we see Captain Marvel. I'm glad they left it there. In my mind, I could not see how Captain Marvel and Captain America would work together without some buffers. Thor walked so Captain Marvel could fly. So I can't see that dynamic.
Yeah, no, I can't either.
So, okay.
I don't like seeing any dynamic with Captain Marvel in it.
You have the tale of the two captains, which I really wasn't here for, but this is what if. We're supposed to think of the craziest scenarios. I know this isn't your favorite.
Yeah. Well,
but it delivered.
Yeah, but the way it left off, I'm hoping the episodes start to connect. Like, that was cool.
It was like a cliffhanger?
Yeah, that was cool if it's going to connect. to another episode. But like, if that was it and it's just a standalone, it was okay. I could take that one or leave it.
I think after the series we'll have to rank like our favorite episodes. Maybe we'll do that on our live.
Good idea.
Or, see what we've got cooking on Instagram. If you don't follow us already on social media, at Road Tripping with the Roots. So, for whatever reason, I always think of music. Music is always playing in my head. Okay. This episode, I was thinking of Rihanna's Wild Wild Thoughts. Because, for me, this one and the second one really did push the boundaries.
Okay.
So, it's not my favorite out of the three right now. Right. But I think as far as like a collective body of work, we're going to look back at this episode and go, what about the time they made, the Hulk implode? Like, remember that?
No, I can see this being other people's favorites or, other people liking this episode. But for me, it just wasn't it.
I don't know if other people would like this episode. Who wants to see their heroes die?
Well, that too.
What do you do?
Who are you?
You clearly put your milk in before your cereal.
I can't even ask who you thought it was because you thought it was Ant-Man the whole time. I don't know who I thought it was going to be.
It was Ant-Man all along.
When he showed up, I said that in my head, though.
And it's not even, the sad part is, it's not even Ant-Man, it's Hank Pym.
Right, the original.
But when I thought of
you see him back there, that's the original Ant-Man uniform back there. Yes,
the OG Ant. I just knew that there's only, you have to be so nimble to be able to do that. I will say this. For this episode, I would not have been mad if the Watcher was voiced over by Michael Pena, who plays Lewis in Ant-Man, because there are two. There are two people.
When he does the recap?
Yes, there are two characters that I will always want the recap. One is Olaf, the other is Lewis. Mm-hmm. I need those level of recaps.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed our recap,
Honda,
please be sure to make sure that you subscribe, like this video, hit that notification bell. We're here. We're here for you.
Yeah.
Guys, that's it.
And the cold segues.
It was good.
Yeah, it was okay.
Stay tuned. We've got more coming your way. Marvel continues to deliver. Disney Plus continues to deliver. Okay. So we're here.
They do continue to deliver. You're right.
All right, guys. Until the next time.
Keep tripping.
Bye.